Hi folks, I'm meteorologist Tom Kavicko with a special weather update for you this Monday morning as we start a new week. And the focus will be on severe weather, and we'll just kind of give a bow or a nod to the eclipse later today. Looking at the tower cams here in Alexandria, courtesy of Sinlar Broadcasting, we're 71 degrees with the traffic moving back and forth across Texas Street. But we see that low overcast. If we keep this during the day, there's not going to be much seen of the eclipse because we got several layers of clouds. These low clouds, not the only type clouds that we see. We also see that the temperature is 71 degrees and the dew point 69. The temperature is warm for this time of year and this time of day, this early, approaching mid-morning. Dew point is pretty good as far as moisture is concerned, and I think even more moisture will probably be on the way. So we got some rich moisture associated with this particular situation. Likewise in Gina, you see the low clouds. There's high and mid-level clouds above that, and you're at 70 degrees. And our Sinlaw Broadcasting Tower cams got you covered as well. We'll look at the weather radar right now. We're not seeing too much happening here in central Louisiana. We keep seeing these little rounds of convection move through the area. I'll put this back in loop mode and kind of zoom in a little bit. So in the immediate Sinai area, again, we're not seeing much. We're seeing a little bit more action to the south of us right in here, and that's moving more toward the northeast. So what we're looking at is a situation where we're just kind of, we've got the potential. We're just waiting for the trigger to be pulled to release that potential here. So I'll be looking at this, and Nick will be looking at this throughout the remainder of the day. And if we have any warnings, we'll come on with those. Let me start you, first of all, with our severe weather analysis. This is day one. This is going to be for today. We see a system cutting off across the western portion of southwestern portion of the United States, right in there in the Phoenix area. We can see how that wind flow moves across the area there. And there with that northwesterly flow. So again, this represents one of those weather makers, weather changers, weather features, whatever you want to call it, but they're dynamic agents in the atmosphere. They're disturbances that create upward motion in the atmosphere. And in order to get rain and severe weather and those type things, you must have that vertical motion in the atmosphere. Today, we also have moisture. We also have instability. Of course, we got the dynamics associated and produced by this particular system. So this is responsible for today's weather that we will have. So whatever we're seeing on radar, we'll have that to say that that's responsible. For Monday today, this is a nod to the eclipse as we see hit and miss showers, maybe a few thunderstorms across the area. So those rain chances aren't extremely high for that time period. But again, it's the clouds and the three decks of clouds that we have out there that will obscure the visibility. So I think that will actually get a little bit better organized as it heads to the north, as you see there across North Louisiana I-20 corridor, and maybe points northward from there. There's a chance that some of that severe from that could get into our northern parishes. So we'll keep an eye out for that for today. So summing it up for today, this is from the Storm Prediction Center. And this actually goes into, and I'll detail this after I show you this map. This goes into 7 o'clock for Tuesday morning. We see a level 2 risk here across most of central Louisiana. Other parts of the area have a level 1. For that, the highest risk is out across west and northwest Texas with this particular situation. So what I'm grading on for the severe weather threats is overall, this is in the limited category. Anytime you have a 1 or 2 level from the Storm Prediction Center, that's what I call a limited risk. So the overall risk is limited. Flooding potential today is pretty low, I think. Wind and hail limited, as well as tornadoes. I think wind and hail will probably be the two main modes today, but there is some tornado potential in this situation even today. So for today, and again going into Tuesday morning, scope and severity will be limited. All modes of severe weather are on the table, though. We can't rule anything out. Hail and wind will be the highest risk at about 5 to 15%, and that again is within 25 miles of any point in central Louisiana. That could be your house or the school or where you work, and those kind of things. Storm Prediction Center does extensive research on documentation of severe local storm events and tornadic events and those type things. And they come up with these risks, and they're pretty good. Tornado risk is about 2 to 5% within 25 miles, and there is a little bit of a risk of some enhanced hail potential across western Louisiana for today and later on this evening and tonight, again through 7 o'clock Tuesday morning. And by enhanced hail potential, what I mean is greater than golf ball size. All right, let's go into the next phase of this. This is round two, as I'll call it, as we track through the time frame here, going through Tuesday midday, and then setting up, say, about the midday to early afternoon. We see that disturbance out west has moved to this side of El Paso, right there. We still have this dynamic agent of wind coming through. So the forcing is getting closer to us. And you would expect logically that, well, things might get worse before they get better. And you'd be exactly right with that type of reasoning. We'll go look at the storm prediction product. Now they have us in the higher level here, at least part of central Louisiana. This would be a level 3, then a 2 and a 1. So it looks to me like all of central Louisiana is in a 2 or 3 risk there. That would be from 7 a.m. Tuesday into 7 a.m. Wednesday. And these were your particular threats as we push the bar overall into the significant category. And that's what I do. If we come up with a level 3 or level 4 risk from the Storm Prediction Center, I put it in the significant category. The flood risk is still limited, I think, through much of that time period, but it does increase some, and there could be some river flooding, certainly from this situation with some of the rainfall amounts that we are seeing, and some drainage problems in the typical urban areas, and those type things could lead to some flash flood issues. But so we'll keep our eyes on that. The wind looks like it will be a little bit less as far as the potential for hail and tornadoes. It may be, as far as numbers, the same risk level, but there is potential for enhanced hail and enhanced tornadic events with the situation that's coming up in round 2. So this is 7 a.m. Tuesday to 7 a.m. Wednesday. The scope and severity will increase over what we have today. And all modes of severe weather remain on the table. Hail and risk about 15 to 30%. So you see the increase in the risk level there. Again, within 25 miles of any point, your home, your school, your work. Tornado risk is up to 5 to 10%. And there is some risk of enhanced events. The enhanced hail that is greater than golf ball size. An enhanced tornado category starts at EF2, which is about 110 mile per hour winds. And so that is about a 10% risk within 25 miles of a point. So we are getting more risk level as we head into that Tuesday, Wednesday morning time frame. And then we'll let this play into Wednesday, 7 o'clock that morning. And we see the feature now is up south of Wichita Falls, Texas there. We still see a lot of dynamics rolling through central Louisiana with the wind field. The lifting the atmosphere, the forcing will be strong. We'll have instability. And so this will put us up into round 3 category there for that particular time frame. And of course, we can kind of look at that. And as that moves through, we'll see the severe weather outlook for the Storm Prediction Center has us again from the Wednesday morning after 7 a.m. Period, and an enhanced risk level 3 and level 2. So Sinlaw again in a level 2-3 risk there, and a lesser risk as you head west and north and northeast. So that kind of outlines where the crosshairs are as far as the severe weather would be on Wednesday after 7 a.m. So overall, once again, a significant risk for that. The flooding will go down just a bit after 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, but the wind, hail, and tornado potential could all be in a significant category there. In order to have a significant wind or an enhanced wind event that reaches 75 miles per hour, which is hurricane strength, that would be a thunderstorm wind. So after this period, the 7 a.m. Tuesday, 7 a.m. Wednesday, we will see the scope and severity remain significant. All modes of severe weather possible. The risk will be 15 to 30%, and enhanced events could remain on the table as well. All right, well, that's it for me. I hope I've helped you, got you informed, and thank you for being with me, and we'll keep our eyes on things. Have a good day.